If you're over 60 and walking, the one exercise everyone tells you to do, has started to hurt your knees, this message is for you. Because maybe the problem isn't your body. Maybe the problem is the exercise you were told to trust without question. Picture a normal morning. You're sitting at the edge of the bed, bending forward to put on your shoes. There's that familiar stiffness in your knees, that quiet hesitation, and the thought you don't like admitting out loud. Should I really go for my walk today? This isn't just your story. David is 68 years old, retired. He lives a simple life and tries to do everything right. Years ago, his doctor told him, walking is the best thing you can do. Just keep moving. So he did. At first, walking felt good. Fresh air, a sense of discipline. It made him feel responsible, in control of his health. But slowly, something changed. A dull ache behind the knees, stiffness when standing up from a chair, a sharp reminder every time he walked downhill or stepped off a curb. David didn't complain. He assumed this was just part of getting older. So he pushed through the pain day after day. Until one morning, tying his shoes, he stopped and wondered, am I actually helping my body or am I wearing it down? If you're in the US or the UK, you've probably heard the same advice over and over again. Just keep walking. But here's what often doesn't get explained clearly enough. After 60, your knees are not the same joints they were at 40. The protective cartilage becomes thinner, the natural lubrication inside the joint decreases, and the muscles that stabilize and protect the knees, especially the thighs and hips, become weaker if they're not trained properly. Now think about what walking really is. Walking is a repetitive, weight-bearing movement. Every single step sends force through your knee joint. On a healthy, well-supported knee, that's manageable, but on aging joints, those small impacts add up. Walking isn't bad, but it isn't always the safest place to start. Especially if you have arthritis, especially if you carry extra weight, especially if your knees already hurt. Here's something very important to understand. Pain is not progress. Pain is information. Your body isn't failing you, it's talking to you. As a doctor who works with older adults, I want to be very clear about this. You do not need to push through knee pain to stay healthy. In fact, exercising through pain often does the opposite of what you want. It increases inflammation. It makes joints stiffer, and it trains your brain to associate movement with fear. What aging knees most need is supported movement. Movement that improves circulation, movement that activates muscles, movement that nourishes the joint but without pounding it. That's why physical therapists and senior health specialists often don't start with walking at all. They start with something far simpler, something most people overlook. What if the exercise that's easier on your knees doesn't even require you to stand? What if you could strengthen the muscles that protect your knees, reduce stiffness, and improve movement confidence, all while sitting safely in a chair? This isn't about doing easy exercises. This is about doing the right exercises. Chair-based movements are not recommended because seniors are weak. They're recommended because they work with your joints, not against them. They allow your muscles to wake up without overloading your knees. They help restore blood flow. They reduce stiffness without triggering pain. And for many seniors over 60, they're the missing step between pain and confidence. In the next video, I'll show you one simple chair exercise that doctors often recommend before walking and sometimes instead of it. It takes just a few minutes, no equipment, no floor work, no pain. And for many seniors, it's the first movement that actually feels safe again. Before you go, remember this. Knee pain is not weakness. Aging does not mean giving up, and exercise should build confidence, not fear. Your body hasn't failed you. It's simply asking for a smarter approach. If knee pain has made you hesitant to walk, you're not weak, and you're not alone. Yesterday, we talked about why walking can start to hurt after 60, even when you're doing everything right. Today, we focus on what you can do instead, something safer, calmer, and often more effective for aging knees. Imagine sitting down, feet flat on the floor, knowing you're supported, balanced, and in control. No fear of falling, no pressure on painful joints, just a chair and a few quiet minutes to let your body move the way it needs to. This is where many seniors feel relief for the first time. Mary is 72. For years, she loved her morning walks until her knees began swelling afterward. Some days the pain lasted longer than the walk itself. When she heard about chair exercises, she thought, that's not real exercise. But her physical therapist explained something important. The goal isn't to exhaust the body. The goal is to protect the joints while strengthening the muscles that support them. That's exactly what this chair exercise does. Doctors and physical therapists recommend chair-based movements because they reduce joint loading. When you're seated, your knees are not carrying your full body weight. That alone can significantly reduce irritation and inflammation. At the same time, the muscles around the knee, especially the quadriceps and hamstrings, can still be activated. Those muscles act like natural shock absorbers for the knee joint. When they're weak, walking becomes painful. When they're stronger, every step feels lighter. Here's the simple chair movement many doctors recommend. Sit tall in a sturdy chair. Your feet should be flat on the floor, hip-width apart. Rest your hands gently on your thighs. Take a slow breath in through your nose and relax your shoulders. Now slowly straighten one leg in front of you. Don't lock the knee. Just lift until your leg feels comfortably straight. Hold for 2 seconds, then slowly lower it back down. Switch legs. That's it. No bouncing, no rushing, no forcing through pain. This gentle movement gently activates the muscles that protect your knees without grinding the joint surfaces together. As you do this, you might feel warmth in your thighs. That's good. You should not feel sharp pain in the knee. If you do, stop and reduce the range of motion. Most doctors recommend starting with just 5 repetitions per leg. That's enough to wake the muscles up. Over time, you can slowly work up to 10 repetitions per leg, once or twice a day. Many seniors find the best time is in the morning when stiffness is highest, or before going for a walk. This exercise sends a signal to your nervous system that movement is safe again, and that matters. When the brain trusts movement, the body moves more smoothly, balance improves, confidence returns. Mary noticed something unexpected after just 1 week. Her knees felt less stiff when standing up from a chair. Walking to the mailbox felt easier, and for the first time in months, she wasn't bracing herself for pain. This isn't a miracle, it's mechanics. Supported movement improves circulation. Circulation nourishes the joint. Stronger muscles reduce stress on the knee, all without impact. If you have severe arthritis, recent surgery, or sharp pain, it's always wise to speak with your doctor or physical therapist before starting any new exercise. But for many adults over 60, this gentle chair movement is not only safe, it's empowering. It reminds you that your body can still adapt, that strength doesn't disappear with age, it just needs the right environment. Before we finish, remember this. You don't need to sweat to make progress. You don't need to push through pain, and you don't need to compare yourself to anyone else. Consistency matters more than intensity, especially after 60. Try this simple chair exercise today, just a few minutes. Notice how your knees feel afterward. And if you're caring for a spouse, a parent, or a friend with knee pain, share this with them. Sometimes the smallest changes make the biggest difference. In the next video, I'll show you how this one simple habit can help you walk again with more confidence and less fear. If you want more doctor-guided, senior-safe movement advice, stay with this channel, because moving safely today is what protects your independence tomorrow. It didn't start with longer walks. It didn't start with pushing through pain. For many seniors, it started with a chair. A few weeks after beginning that simple seated movement, something quiet but powerful began to change. John is 70. For a long time, walking felt unpredictable. Some days were manageable. Other days, his knees decided for him. After adding just a few minutes of chair movement each morning, he noticed something different. Standing up felt smoother. The stiffness that used to greet him first thing in the day softened, and walking no longer felt like a risk. This is how real progress looks after 60. Not dramatic, not exhausting, but steady and reliable. When you use supported movement consistently, your body responds. The muscles around your knees become more active. Those muscles begin doing the job they were designed to do, protecting the joint. Blood flow improves. That means more nutrients reach the knee. The joint feels warmer, more flexible, and less resistant. This is why many seniors discover that after a few weeks, walking becomes easier again, not because they forced it, but because they prepared their body for it. There's an important lesson here. Walking shouldn't be the starting point when your knees hurt. It should be the result of better preparation. A simple daily routine can make a powerful difference. In the morning, when stiffness is highest, spend 5 minutes with your chair exercises. No rushing, just calm, controlled movement. Later in the day, if your knees feel comfortable, take a short walk. Not for distance, not for speed, just for movement. Some days the walk will feel good. Other days the chair may be enough. Both count. This approach removes pressure, and pressure is often what makes seniors quit altogether. There's a common belief that if you stop walking, you'll get weaker. But that's not how the body works. The body doesn't care about tradition. It responds to signals. Supported movement sends the signal that movement is safe. Pain-free movement sends the signal that strength can return. Another myth is that chair exercises are only for frail people. That simply isn't true. Chair-based movement is a foundation. Athletes use it, rehabilitation programs rely on it, and doctors recommend it because it allows progress without setbacks. After 60, avoiding setbacks is everything. A single flare-up of knee pain can lead to weeks of reduced movement. That's when strength declines and confidence disappears. But when movement feels safe, people keep going. That's why consistency matters more than intensity at this stage of life. 5 minutes a day, done gently and regularly, will do more for your knees than forcing a painful walk once a week. You may notice other changes too. Getting out of a chair feels easier. Climbing stairs feels less intimidating. Your posture improves because your body isn't guarding against pain. These are signs that your nervous system trusts movement again. And trust is the foundation of independence. If you ever feel discomfort, slow down, reduce the range, listen to your body. Pain is not something to fight, it's something to understand. If you have severe arthritis, recent surgery, or medical conditions affecting your joints, always check with your healthcare provider. Safe movement should always be personalized. But for many seniors, this simple approach restores something more important than strength. It restores confidence. Confidence to move, confidence to walk, confidence to live without constant fear of pain. Before we finish, remember this: you are not broken. Your knees are not beyond help, and aging does not mean giving up your independence. Progress after 60 is quieter, slower, and smarter. If you found this helpful, stay connected with this channel. We focus on movement that respects your body, not punishes it. And if you'd like more gentle doctor-guided chair exercises designed for aging knees, let me know in the comments. Because your goal isn't to walk farther than yesterday. Your goal is to move without fear today.